Good afternoon, everyone. It's March the 5th, 2024, and the last video I mentioned that just prior to the weekend we heard that one of the consumption sites had closed down for safety reasons. We weren't sure why. Yesterday, which was Monday, of course, after the weekend, after I put up my other video there, the CTV News, and it's now in the papers, come forward with much more information on what closed that site down, and we've had another site as well apparently closed down, and we have three consumption sites here in Lower Town and another one in Centretown, and one of ours is closed down and the one in Centretown is closed down as of yesterday. The other was closed down just prior to the weekend, and this is what I can show you right here. This is the article I'm reading right out of the newspaper. And the caption is, "Frontline services strained with half of city's safe use sites closed. Health and safety concerns over harmful fumes reduce access to a critical service." Frontline agencies at the heart of Ottawa's drug crisis are seeing more clients after two supervised drug consumption sites were temporarily shut down due to health and safety concerns. Michael Moran, a block leader with the Shepherds of Good Hope, estimates the supervised consumption and treatment site run out of a trailer at the men's transitional shelter has seen a 30% increase since last week. On Friday, the Sandy Hill Community Health Centre and the Somerset West Community Health Centre closed due to reports of staff feeling unwell. An investigation is ongoing. A statement from Executive Director Susan Aubergera said the Somerset West Community Health Centre had temporarily closed its consumption and treatment service at CTS after two recent incidents of harmful fumes coming from drugs that were being heated. These fumes caused staff to experience nausea, dizziness, and headaches. Everyone has recovered and is fine. The health and safety of our staff and clients remain our top priority. Her statement said, adding that the temporary closure would allow the health center time to consult with relevant levels of government regarding the matter. While more people are coming to Shepherd's Trailer, it causes other problems because the site is equipped, but they don't want to stay, Moran said in an interview just outside the Sandy Hill Community Health Center. A former police officer, Moran said people who use a trailer get nervous with a nearby police presence. As a block leader, Moran patrols the streets for garbage and drug paraphernalia like needles and pipes. A few hours into his shift on Monday morning, he had already found 4 needles and 5 pipes and filled 4 large garbage bags with debris. We're already always on the lookout because there's kids around, he said. It's a neighborhood, not an industrial park. Anne Marie Hopkins, Director of Operations at Ottawa Inner City Health, an agency that delivers health care to the homeless in partnership with local shelters, also says services have been strained with 50% of the city's safe consumption sites closed down. We're definitely seeing more visits, she said in an interview Monday, noting their St. Patrick Street location is the only consumption site in Ottawa that is open 24 hours a day, and they typically see most of their clients between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. Now we're seeing more visits during the day, she said. We're hoping the other sites are going to be able to open, noting the Sandy Hill Community Health Center is located just a few hundred meters from Ottawa Inner City Health. Dave Brizinans lives on Daly Avenue, a few blocks from the Sandy Hill Community Health Center. Since the supervised consumption site closed, he said he's noticed more public drug use in his neighborhood. Could be the weather, could be the injection site. I don't have a clue, he said. I just know we're seeing them more. A former drug user and dealer himself, Ben Zanson, said he has a unique perspective on the drug crisis cities across Canada are facing. He believes drug dealers should face harsher penalties and that tainted drug supplies have got to stop. As for the nearby consumption site, people are going to do drugs no matter what, at the safe injection site or wherever, he said. That way at least there's someone looking out for them. While the supervised consumption sites are closed for the foreseeable future, The sites are still offering other services, including a medical clinic, drop-in services, and outreach. Somerset Ward Councillor Ariel Troster said that the supervised sites are a critical service that reverse hundreds of overdoses each year. She added both sites are really sensitive to community needs, and if anyone in the neighborhood has concerns where people need assistance, they can call the facilities. She said the lack of spaces for safer inhalation of drugs is critical, as new toxins taint the drug supply. In response to the closed sites, Ottawa's public health is enhancing its surveillance of overdoses and related trends too. In a memo to City Council on Monday afternoon, Dr. Vera Atches, the city's chief medical officer of health, said the public health service will track any changes in the epidemiology related to overdose and drug use trends and share that information with harm reduction service providers and health system partners so that they can adapt their services accordingly and consult with community members and businesses in the neighborhoods surrounding the supervised consumption services and share that information to better understand what changes they are seeing on the ground. The Public Health Agency is also working with police and first responders and other frontline agencies to accelerate actions and mitigate any harms, especially as they relate to potentially higher rates of fatal and non-fatal overdoses, the memo reads. So it was quite a really big article that just came out. As this shows the crisis that we're facing down here. Now we've got another one. And in case those people who do not understand what the fumes are, it's when you have what they call a little cooker where they put their drugs in and then they heat it up with a lighter so that they can take the block and reduce it down to liquid so they can suck it up in the needle and then they can inject themselves after. Well, they're suspecting right now that these fumes from the drugs coming out of these little cookers are making the staff now sick, which is not a good thing either. So from what I heard on CTV News, a news channel, they were talking about apparently they're trying to send in some samples to try and get it tested to see what's in that right now. But that means we have more people doing drugs on the street and everything right now, and especially as the weather is getting nicer, because we do see them coming out more because they don't want to be in necessarily in places like the apartment buildings. They sort of go out in the summer, in the spring, summer, and fall, and then they load our apartment buildings in the winter when it's cold just to do the drugs. So this is what I just wanted to update you on a little bit today. I still have a lot more to say, and there's more stuff constantly coming out. Maybe not every single day, but every few days, so I try to post something up on it. But this is what we're facing at the moment. It's a serious problem that we're facing. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know when these consumption sites are going to reopen, if they reopen, because this is not a good thing if the staff now are being affected by it and getting sick. So we're going to have to see. It's just a wait and see, and everybody seems to be on top of it, according to the newspaper here that I was reading. But this is what the epidemic, the opioid epidemic, is producing for us all. So I guess all I can say is stay tuned, everyone, and as I get information coming in, I shall certainly pass it on, because I know everyone doesn't necessarily know how to use a computer or get online that way to read the news, or some people can't read at all. The newspapers, I realize illiteracy is another problem, so I'm more than happy to try and keep people up to date on what is happening. So, again, I shall talk to you again soon, and everyone, please stay safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon, and take care, and bye-bye.